The Commando is a tower you rarely see in Tower Defense Simulator. What is the Commando, and why is it the most nerfed tower in TDS history? The Commando was the second event tower to be added to TDS, meaning that not a lot of people have it. It was added on the 9th of August 2019 during the Area 51 event. This event had you fighting a bunch of alien-themed zombies. This includes the Alien, Strong Alien, Zoomer, Lawnmower, Hidden Zoomer, UFO, Raider 1, Raider 2, and finally, on Wave 20, the Raider boss. This boss was pretty difficult, due to being the only enemy in TDS history to have ever been able to kill your towers. And I don't mean stun him, I mean just straight up delete your tower. Regardless, I was able to beat this event. Anyone that managed to finish the event was rewarded with the Commando tower. The Commando was insane. It has two separate attacks, one being its laser guns and the other being its quad rocket launcher. These two weapons gave it a total DPS of 124. Nowadays, we have the Accelerator and Engineer who makes his DPS seem average. But keep in mind, back when the Commando was first added, there were no Go towers or Hardcore towers. That means that the strongest tower was the Minigunner, which had a mere 44 DPS. The Commando was roughly 4 times as strong as that. While the Commando may have been pricey, it was by far the best tower. Its quad rocket attack allowed it to clear huge waves of zombies because of its large explosion radius. The rockets also dealt a huge amount of damage per hit, and most importantly, looked hella dope. I mean, even in present day TDS, I don't think any tower animation comes even close to the spiraling animation of the Commando's rockets. The only problem the Commando really had was that it was unable to detect hiddens, but other than that, it was amazing. So what happened? Why do you almost never see or hear about the Commando anymore? If it's so amazing, it should be a crucial part of strategies, right? Well, the problem is, the developers realized how good the Commando was, and instead of attempting to balance it, they just straight up killed it.
Like you cut, G.
Since its release in 2019, the Commando has been nerfed a total of 4 times. The first nerf was on the 13th of October 2019. The level 1 upgrade was changed to no longer give +1 damage. The level 2 upgrade was changed to have the missiles deal 1 damage instead of 3. The level 3 upgrade was changed to add 2 damage instead of 4, and the missile damage was decreased from 7 to 2. The level 4 upgrade was changed to add 6 damage instead of 8, and the missile damage was reduced from 15 times 4 to 5 times 4. The level 5 upgrade was changed to add 12 damage instead of 35, and the missile damage was reduced from 50 times 4 to 11 times 4. This is the biggest nerf Commando received. This nerf alone took its total DPS from 124 to 47.
Oh my god, bro.
On the 18th of March 2020, it was actually buffed, having its base cost changed from 1800 to 1600, and its level 5 upgrade cost was halved from 20,000 to 10,000. This is actually pretty significant. It changed the total cost from 32,250 to 22,050. The second nerf was on the 29th of October 2020. The base fire rate was decreased from 0.55 to 0.53. The level 2 upgrade was changed so that the explosion range is 8 instead of 12, and the missiles were made to deal damage to lead enemies. Finally, the level 5 upgrade was changed to increase the range by 3 instead of 4. And Cool Gold Armor was renamed to Really Cool Armor, increasing its drip stat by 300%. The third nerf was on the 8th of May 2021. The best feature of the Commando, the splash damage, was changed significantly. The explosions were now made up of 2 spheres, one smaller inside and one larger covering it. The devs made it so any enemy within the inner sphere still took 100% of the explosion damage, but any enemies in the outer sphere would receive less damage depending on how far away they were from the explosion. This means significantly worse crowd control for the Commando. However, it did receive 2 buffs. The rockets now ignore defense, a damage reduction stat that only a few enemies have. And most importantly, the devs once again changed the description of its armor, this time from Really Cool Armor to Really Cool Armor. This further increased the tower's drip stat by 900%, bringing it to a similar level of drip as the Green Scout. The fourth and final nerf was on the 12th of March 2022. In my opinion, this nerf is one of the most frustrating and unnecessary ones the Commando received. For some strange reason, they decided to make the Commando's rockets no longer fully accurate. Now when the Commando shoots, it has a good chance of just straight up missing the target. This really just feels like a big fat middle finger to the Commando, especially since the tower was already terrible. So, with all of these changes, what does the Commando look like now? The Commando now costs 22,150 for a total of 50 DPS. That is just terrible. It's such a shame to see such a powerful and well-designed tower to be nerfed to the ground like this. This tower holds a special place in my heart, as I remember having a great time beating this event with my friends and how fun it was to watch it destroy the zombie waves. We've seen other event towers receive huge buffs, such as the Gladiator, so all we can do now is hope that the Commando receives similar treatment. The main reason that developers choose to destroy these towers instead of balancing them is that many view these powerful event towers as unfair. It essentially puts all future players at a disadvantage if an event tower is part of the meta, as they won't be able to use it. But the Commando doesn't have to be heavily buffed like the Gladiator. If it was just simply made usable, it wouldn't feel unfair to those who don't have it, yet it would give those who obtained it an opportunity to use it as a tower, not just a flex. This video took a lot of time to make, so if you enjoyed, please hit that like button and subscribe to join the Blue Hair Mafia. I'll see y'all in the next video.